Hey, what up guys? It's Dusty Tucker. Today I'm doing another video with the 1851 Navy. So I'm going to be showing you how I load it, and we're going to shoot this guy today. I also brought a cartridge conversion, which is basically the same thing, right? They look the same. Well, this is an 1851 Navy, and this is an 1871 conversion. Same frame. So I'm hoping that when the shear spring goes on this, I can just use the spare one I bought for the Navy. I'm hoping it's the same. I haven't taken this guy fully apart yet. And this guy shoots cartridges, so that's what I have here today is 45 Schofield. That's what this is chambered in. 45 Schofield. And that's just a 200 grain black powder lube grooved projectile. And I got GoX in the case, loaded right to the bullet. I'll be shooting that after. So we're gonna do this guy right now. And I'm gonna go through on how to load it. So I'm gonna turn the camera down here so you guys can see better. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, especially after you just clean it, is you actually want to go ahead and take your capping tool or whatever and cap all the nipples. I've already done this. Cap all the nipples and shoot off all 6 caps. And the reason you want to do that is because any moisture or let's say you got oil or something in the cylinder, it's gonna help blast it out and kind of dry it a little bit to make your chambers more prepped for black powder. So I have 2 different methods of doing it. I have this method, this is a 44 Magnum casing that I have black powder. I think it's 30 grains of triple F GoX, and then I have the ball on top. So you can do that, or you can just use the black powder and the powder measuring device. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my preloads because it's a lot easier for me. So I'm just going to get 5 of them ready. Let's see if I can come down a little more. I'm just going to get 5 of these guys ready, and then I just bring a little bit of a little pair of pliers with me to help kind of pry off the ball a little bit. I like the word a little bit today, I guess. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and half cock this revolver, which is just the first click. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the 4 clicks like the Colts do, but that's okay. So, and you want to hold the pistol upright like that. Now what I like to do is actually take the ramming rod and put it in a cylinder, in a chamber like that, to keep it from spinning too much on me. Okay, so I'll try and get a close shot here of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put this down, get my preloaded powder and whatnot ready. I'm just gonna pry the ball off, which doesn't take much because it's just barely tapped in there. And then you can see the powder in there. Bring your revolver up and then just pour it down a chamber. It's a little bit windy today, so I'm hoping I don't lose too much powder. It's in there. She's empty. I just toss that aside. I'll preload those later. And then take the ball, put it on top. I like to have the sprue up. Bring it underneath. Bring the ball underneath like this. Just sitting in there. And then cramp it down into the chamber. You should get a lead ring. But my lead rings like to push into the actual cylinder itself, so it's okay. But anyway, so I'm going to repeat that process 4 more times because I only like to load 5. So I'm not going to show you every one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'll just skip it. I'll fast forward it for you. Okay, so now we have 5 of our cylinders loaded. So now what we got to do is lube them. So I'm taking some of this black powder lube here that I love so much. You guys probably seen it in multiple videos. And just take a finger full of it, so, and just put it on top of the bullet. I need a little more than that. I like to cover the bullet. There we go. And this isn't really to prevent chain fire. I mean, it helps prevent chain fire, but it doesn't eliminate the chance of it happening. Lube this next one here. If I'm boring you guys, I apologize. Just gonna lube all these cylinders up here. Doesn't hurt to over lube them. I like to put lots of lube. That. There we go. And you want to leave the one that doesn't have a bullet in it clear. I just like to give it a spin, and then it kind of collects up here, and then you just kind of leave it. Okay, so now that we're done that, you have to cap them. So go ahead and take your capping tool. Now this tool I had to modify. I had to cut some, I had to shave off some metal on the side right here. I had to file it down a bunch. That way I could get it on the nipple of my revolver a lot easier. Just like that. So we'll do that to all of them. All 5 anyway. Just like that, and then rest it on the empty chamber right there, and then we're good to go. So we can go ahead and holster that. All right, so we're set up at the 10 yards here, and so we're just gonna shoot 5 and see what kind of group we can get with that. All right. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. I'm just gonna let it cook for a second. If that ever happens, you just let it cook. I think we're okay. That should have gone off. I'm not sure what I did. Maybe I only loaded 4. Okay, so I've been sitting here for a couple minutes now. I don't think it's gonna go off. So I'm gonna try recapping that same one, because that was a live round. Maybe it was just a dud primer. So we're gonna spin this, put on a fresh cap. We're gonna try that again. Kind of a little scary, but all right, so here we go. Let's try that again. There we go, much better. I'm hitting the target with lube. I can see lube wad stuck to the target. I can feel this gun kind of rattling. I don't really know if I like that. Hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face. Yeah, it's kind of loose. I don't know if it's supposed to be that loose. That kind of seems a little odd. Alright, so let's go see how we did. I'm gonna have to check this revolver out afterwards. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we also got some crispy lube on the paper. So that's actually not a bad grouping. I don't know if I'm going to load this up again. I got to see what's going on with my revolver for a sec. I just put a new shear spring in it and I wanted to bring it out and test it. So I'm just going to see if I can tighten it up, and we'll see if I can shoot it again. Okay, I found out immediately what it was. If you look at comparison wise, come on, if you put these two revolvers by each other, you see how this, I'll get a pointer of some kind out. You see how this frame pin right here has a little clip to it, and as soon as it passes onto this side of the frame, it clicks. That's to stop it from coming out. This one, the conversion, does not have that little clip. So what happened was this pin wasn't pushed in far enough. So I actually just kind of took it over here and bumped that pin in, and now it's not rattling at all. Well, the rattling is just the ramrod, but it doesn't feel loose. So that's what that was. Maybe you guys, maybe I have just worn it in to the point where it now sits looser in there and I actually have to tap on it. Before, I would just push the pin in until it clicked and it was tight enough to shoot. But maybe now that I have worn this pistol in enough, that I have to actually tap that pin in farther to get a tighter seal. And on the other side of here, you can see that there's a screw that locks it in place, and then the same thing here. But this one doesn't have a lock on it, and this one does. It's got that pin. So I just assumed once it was clicked, it was good to go. It was tight enough, but that wasn't the case. So I thought I'd just add that in case you guys are also new to this pistol. Alright, you guys, I'm all loaded up again with the 1851. All lubed up, ready to go. I'm going to give you guys a different view this time. I'm going to shoot in front. I have my camera placed in front of where I'm shooting, so you can get a better angle, I guess. So let's give her a go. Want to get all those caps off. All right, probably a little bit better of a view there for you. Let's go see how we did. Basically the same area. So we got, it's hard to tell because round balls don't punch clean holes, but I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there might be a third one in the middle there. It's hard to tell with round ball. They don't punch the cleanest holes. So I'm pretty happy with the accuracy, especially at only 10 yards. So all right guys, so we're back here at 20 yards, and I've never tried to shoot a cap and ball this far, so let's see how she goes, I guess. I know that it prints high and left for me, so if I aim at the bottom right of the target, maybe we'll get lucky. So here goes nothing. That one had some pep. Alright, let's go see how we did. I might have missed once or twice, but who's judging, right? Let's see what we got here. Actually, better than I had thought. So that's lube. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. And it looks like some of the lube came down and punched through the paper too. Looks like a little up here too. So that's not bad. I mean, I hit them all at 20 yards. So shit, maybe I should try 25 yards because that's the max I'm allowed to shoot at this range. So maybe I should give that a go. We'll see. All right, I'm back. So now I'm going to be shooting at the 25 yard mark, which is the farthest I'm allowed to shoot at this range, unfortunately. But hey, I'm all about pushing my limits, so I mean, why not try it, right? So as you can see, that target is pretty far out there. Third one from the left. That's that's a good distance out there for a cap and ball. And don't forget, this is a really long barrel, so that barrel travel, you know, this will really test my limits. All right, so am I allowed to use two hands for this one, or should I just keep using one hand? I'll just keep using one hand. I'll try it. If I miss, how about if I miss 4 times? On the 5th one, I'm using both hands. How about that? Is that fair? I think it's fair. All right, let's try 25 yards. Go see how we did. I actually don't think I did that bad, but we'll see. It's printing really high. That far, I'll tell you, I'm aiming at the very bottom left of that target to even hit it. And I think I only got 3 hits. Yeah. Oh, I got a 4th. The 4th one broke paper right up top. And there's a chance that that one could be my... Get out of here, fly. So I'm aiming literally down here at this staple to hit way up here with one hand. Okay, moving on to the 1871. This is chambered in 45 Schofield, sorry. This one is made by Uberti from Italy. This is an older revolver. I don't think you can get these chambered in Schofield anymore. But I'll just show you what the bullet is the cartridge is basically the same as a 45 Colt, but it's a little bit shorter. So this is what a 45 Schofield looks like. And you can't really buy these in Canada, so I gotta make them. And I think I have a video on how to load them. But so yeah, I'm gonna be shooting black powder cartridges, which is basically all I shoot out of this girl. It's an 8-inch barrel, and we're gonna start close. We're gonna start at just 7 yards today. So let's see how we do. It has been a while since I've shot this girl. The grip is really oily. Well, let's see how we did, shall we? Nothing like that black powder smell. Alright, so there's our 5 targets, or wow, 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm not used to shooting this girl, so I don't shoot it very often. That's not the greatest grouping in the world, but let's load it up and try it again. Alright, so we're all loaded up again. Gonna be shooting some 45 Schofield once again. See if we can improve on that last grouping, still at 7 yards. Not really. Welp, let's see how we did. There's our 5 holes. So I'm kind of scared and maybe a little nervous to step it back to 10 or 15, but let's load up and try. Alright you guys, so here we are. We're at 12 yards, maybe 13, and we're going to try this again. So let's see how we can do here. I just want to get a little bit closer. Sorry, this camera is kind of not the best. Okay, so I'm going to try just holding it loosely and squeezing the trigger instead of holding it firm and see what that does. Wow, that printed way left. They're all over the place. I don't know what to say. Are also very greasy from that block powder lube. Well, let's see how we did it. 13 yards. Okay, so it kind of looks like it's about the same as the cap and ball. It's starting to go really high. I'm aiming dead center mass. This wind is really picking up. Center mass is where I'm holding, and it looks like it's shooting up here. That's with a loose grip, so not really squeezing down on the grip of the gun very much, just kind of loosely holding it and letting the trigger break, try to do the rest. So, alright, so I got it all loaded up again, and what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with the Navy. I'm going to have my barrel more or less pointing at the camera so you guys can get a view of that action. So we're still at 13 yards here. I'm going to try with my pinky under the grip like I normally do with the smaller gripped pistols. Just to see what that does. It's printing high by the looks of it. Same spot, more or less. Let's try the last one two-handed, just to see. Yeah, that helps. Definitely helps. Alright, let's take this off here. Let's take a look. You'll know if you guys can guess which one I shot with 2 hands, then good for you. So, I'm not sure which ones are which, but it looks like general area, this one was the one I shot with 2 hands. Way more control, way more stability. So if I'm shooting a pretty far distance, I'm going to want to use 2 hands for sure. And it has a little bit of a different print pattern than my black powder cap and ball does. It looks like it doesn't print as high and to the left. I'm also more accurate with my cap and ball. Anyway, I think that's it for this video. If you could like, comment, subscribe, it'd be awesome. This might be a little bit of a longer video. I apologize for that, but keep shooting that black powder, guys. Keep keep shooting that black powder. Dusty Tucker, signing out.